Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic. We are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. And off we go from South Florida. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
70 Lions. 70 Lions. Mustang 19.
Throwing to begin, it's Wilson. His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
First down.
They get
First
11.
And 10 at the
And quickly pick up the first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 10 yards.
10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Panther 60. Panther 60. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check go.
From the shotgun, Wilson sending it deep for Waddle. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target.
And 10.
And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Cub 19. Cub 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 Lion.
Play action. Now, Wilson. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Renardo Green.
Intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Outside. Yellow. Outside.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Get set.
Again, it's McCaffrey. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that one.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Third and inches.
Outside. 18. Yellow. Yellow. Stop.
Purdy. He got his tight end, Kittle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Purdy to Kittle for the Niners. First down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
18. What's up?
On the handoff, McCaffrey. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8.
Outside. 18. What's up? Yellow. Yellow. Start.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Yellow. Yellow.
They motion the slot man left.
Up.
Third down. Purdy. And that is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Ryland's kick.
The kick
is good. And the 49ers
makes
are
the score
out to an early 3-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, break. 18, come. Check. Crunch. Crunch. 18, Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos.
On first down, Wilson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see, guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. In this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. another first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
11 more yards.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go now. Rocco. Ready.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This one complete to Hill.
Wilson's pass.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good
2
for
yards
just a
on
couple.
the pickup. It's second
A bit of a
and
quick
8
hitter here, and
at
what
the
you're hoping for, Mike, is that the
17-yard
defense
line.
can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 Lion. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That one out wide to Achane.
Wilson's pass.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third
Gain
down.
of 4. Brings up
Defensive
third
coordinators
and
preach
4.
all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Hey, smash. No. Me. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And this will be knocked down. It's incomplete, but there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
On the double.
Now another try at first and goal, albeit from a little further back.
Set. 19 Warriors. 70. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Throwing is Wilson. And he'll take it on in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. That touchdown gives him 18 on the season. Without a try here for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins move out to a 7-3 lead.
Dolphins 7, 49ers 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he's got it at the 1. Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. File that under head scratcher. Really hard to understand what was going on there. But we do know what's going on the board. 2 points for the defense.
At some point, Mike, you just have to figure out, when is the party over? I mean, just go down, live to play another snap. But in this case, he just kept going back and back and back. And as you said, the defense now gets to come off the field, scoring 2 points.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. On the return, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 70. 6. Viking. 18. Dragon 60. 18. Pioneer. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check smash. Check smash. Check go.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
You know, so they don't connect here, Mike, but I kind of like the early message because now as a defense, they have to understand that even if we have this guy covered, one of the best players in the entire league, this quarterback's going to continue to give him a chance at the ball. So not only do we have to cover him, we have to contest and make a play on every throw.
60, 79 Broncos. Cup 19, Cup 19, Mustang 19, 19 Lions.
Now Wilson on second down. This one caught by Waller. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We are through one. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter as they've got it with first and 10.
Let's go.
Wilson to throw. As caught left side by Waddle. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Yards.
That is catch number 60 for the season.
First and 10.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. Smash, smash. Ready, ready.
Wilson will throw again. Sending it deep for Waddle. He got it, and he's got it. What an effort.
It's a gain
what a
of
catch.
31 yards.
It's a big play there for Miami.
Dolphins.
31 yards.
First and goal.
And it's
at the
hardly
2-yard
an
line.
exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
19 tight. Warriors set. Chap 60. Chap 60. 18. Pioneer. Ready.
Again, Wilson. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
16, 49ers 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone
The Niners
for
take
a
over
touchdown.
first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out.
They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He'll get about 2. Bradley Chubb, they're on the stop.
Bradley Chubb on
So
the
this team
tackle.
finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Purdy now on second down. This one will be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
A tough spot here. Third and long.
Get set. Get set. Fire us up.
From the gun, it's Purdy. Open man, left side, and he's got it. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Outside. Yellow. Yellow.
They bring a tight end in motion left. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Here's McCaffrey. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Outside. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow. Up.
To throw, it's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
37.
A big-time play for the Niners. 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open. Short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
1st and 10. Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Go ahead.
They'll put Ayuk in motion.
Yellow.
Hand off to McCaffrey. Maybe a stumble there. It's third down.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Shotgun snap to Purdy. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Chad Ryland now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers are back within 6.
49ers 10.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the set. Mustang 19. Ready, go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of
The
14
Niners
yards.
use the first of their timeouts.
That's good for a
They'll be
Dolphins
disappointed there after
first
giving
down.
up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Okay, ready? Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go now. 19, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Renardo Green. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Outside. Yellow. 18. What's up? Yellow.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one.
He was tackled
That's
at
Jack
the
Jones
46-yard
in
line.
on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7.
Yellow. 18. Yellow.
Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Moving to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
18. Watch out. Yellow.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, here comes J.K. Scott to punt. A dangerous Tyreek Hill is deep for Miami. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
12-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's taken in by Achaz. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
16-yard line.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
This one not quite on target.
Pass.
Too much.
Intended
That
for
one
number
falls
14.
incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That's hot. Left side. It's complete.
It's a gain of 23
We're going to
yards.
get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. Wilson. And he gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again is Wilson. And he'll be taken down late side, back at the 50-yard line.
It's a
Work to
10-yard
do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 50-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
First down.
Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready up.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Up. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. What? Steady.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right to the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
A tight end in motion now. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
Get set. Run around set. Yellow. Start.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
First down, 49ers.
Outside. 22. Watch out. Yellow. Stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's now 2nd
Well, it's pretty
and
clear
10.
the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
His kick is no good.
So we reached the intermission. It was been an entertaining one to this point.
49ers 10.
Back with the second half in just a moment. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Yellow. Get set. 18. Yellow.
Play action. Here's Purdy. No chance at all. He'll go down.
Brock Purdy.
Linebacker Matt Milano. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
Outside. 18. Yellow.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch.
Sets up
It'll force third
down
down.
and 18.
George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Yellow. Get set. Get set. 18. Yellow. Yellow. Up.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
To throw on first down is Purdy. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out. Hey, I got him. I got him. Huh?
Now it's McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Yellow. Ryder, rise up. Yellow. Up.
Third down. Purdy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This a yard short of the record from 65 yards out. And as expected, this one's not good. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
49ers.
You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
On first down, Wilson. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
A gain of 24 yards.
A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Miami.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
79 Bronco. Ready? 18 Bronco 80. Warriors 70. 19 Lion. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
Here's Wilson to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he will get into the end zone. Darren Waller. Touchdown Miami. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Panther 11. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Wilson. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Dolphins 22, 49ers 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Get set. Yellow. 22. 22. 21. 21. No. Get washed.
Running left, it's McCaffrey. Room to run at the 40. And he is going to be out of bounds.
Christian McCaffrey.
Big time play by McCaffrey.
It's a gain of
35 yards.
And the 49ers.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success late.
And he's into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he's going to be knocked down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Once again, it's Achane. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Renardo Green on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Play action. Now, Wilson. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards.
Big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
1st
and 10 now from the 36.
Let's go now.
On the handoff, this is Achane. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ready? 18, 19, Tiger, 19.
Here's Wilson. That is caught left side by Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the 1st down.
1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Getting slant there. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big games like this.
To the pylon, he's in. Come on, Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Get set, get set. 18! Up.
Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And the defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
18! Watch out! Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy now on 2nd down. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Get set, it's yellow. 18!
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And the drive will scale up. He's got the 1st down, up to the
44-yard gain on the play.
I like that call on 3rd down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on 3rd down, they bring out more defensive backs, they bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating 3rd down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with 3rd down run.
That's into the hands of the fullback. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. From the 46, here's 2nd and 8.
Yellow. Get set, get set. 18! Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing is Purdy. And this one is picked off. It's Juju Brents. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Come on, set! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! Warriors 7, cut 19, cut 19!
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill.
We see this so often, they call it sudden change. So they teach defenses, Mike. This is a little predictable here. They teach defenses. If we have to take the field following a turnover or some sort of sudden change situation, expect a deep play, expect a trick play. It's just the way offensive coordinators call plays immediately after taking over the possession. And in this case, the defense was ready for it and falls incomplete. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Dolphins first down.
First and 10.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, you might be running out of time.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Wilson sacked.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go! 19, Cowboy 80. Go street. Hey, check motion man. 60 Bobcat, 60 Buffalo 18. Hut, hut.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That one high. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it.
The kick
And the
is
Dolphins
good.
will open it up even further
That's the score.
here in this 4th quarter.
36. 49ers 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
Get set, get set. 18, go.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. He's taken down, but just shy of
It's a
midfield.
gain of 16 yards. And the 49ers first down. 1st and 10. That's a
On the
40
kick,
yard
it's
line.
McCaffrey. A modest game.
Christian
Maybe 2
McCaffrey, the
yards.
ball carrier.
It's 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Get set, get set. Yellow. 18, watch out. Yellow. Hot, hot.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. A former Navy Lion, Chop Robinson, in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Yellow. 18, watch out. Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. A dive and a pass. Incredible.
To George Kittle.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Now or never, they'll throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football at their own 40.
Purdy's pass.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Ready up! Warriors 70. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 tight.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami.
First down.
An even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Set. Ready.
Now Wilson. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he will score. Devon Achane. Touchdown Dolphins. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season.
For the point
now
after.
for the point after. It's up and good. And the Dolphins are going to extend their lead.
Score, Dolphins 43, 49ers 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Outside. 18.
Purdy's going to give this one to McCaffrey. Not much happening there, just a short game.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Get set. 18.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
Bradley Chubb.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Outside. Yellow.
From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Lost on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
One last shot now for Purdy. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion and will take the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here we go. One final play. Rolling right, sending it deep for Waddle. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. So a win here for the Dolphins. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.